I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. And I should know. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. So I'm in the wings, I'm about to go on stage, but the guy in front of me, he's singing like Pavarotti. He's just going on and on and on, and I'm just shrinking. I'm getting smaller and smaller. So they say, "Oh, thank you very much, and you'll be hearing from us." So I come out with my little sheet music, and it was Just My Imagination by the Temptations. That's what I came up with. So I hand it to the accompanist, and she looks at it and looks at me and looks out at the director and was like, nice. So I start, I'm gonna sing. I'm like, it's just my imagination once again, and then coming away with me. And I'm not saying anything, so I'm thinking I'm getting better. So I just start getting into it. It was just my running this. Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Washington. Thank you. So I assumed I didn't get the job. But the next part of the audition, he called me back. The next part of the audition is the acting part of the audition. So I'm like, hey, okay, maybe I can't sing, but I know I can act. So they pair me with this guy, and again, I didn't know about musical theater. And musical theater is big, so they can reach everyone all the way in the back of the stadium. And I'm more from a realistic, naturalistic kind of acting where you actually talk to the person next to you. So I don't know what my line was. My line was, well, hand me the cup. And his line was, well, I will hand you the cup, my dear. The cup will be there to be handed to you. And I said, oh, okay. Well, should I give you the cup back? Oh, yes, you should give it back to me, because that is my cup, and it should be given back to me. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. Someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? You've invested a lot in your education, and people have invested in you. And let me tell you, the world needs your talents, man, does it ever. I just got back from Africa like 2 days ago, so if I'm rambling on, it's because I'm jet lagged. I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because remember this, you will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take it with you. The Egyptians tried it, and all they got was robbed. So the question is, what are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called cardiac morphogenesis. I still can't say it. It's cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it. I couldn't say it. I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. Yeah, down. I was a 1.8 GPA one semester, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and said, She said something I'll never forget. First of all, she said, somebody give me a piece of paper. Give me a piece of paper. She said, young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy. She said, you are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Now mind you, I'm 20 years old, I'm flunked out of school. In fact, like a wise ass, I'm thinking to myself, maybe she's got something in that crystal ball about me getting back into school next fall. But maybe she was on to something, because later that summer, while working as a counselor at a YMCA camp in Connecticut, we put on a talent show for the campers. And after the show, another counselor came up to me and asked, have you ever thought about acting? You're good at that. So when I got back to Fordham that fall, I got in and I changed my major once again for the last time. And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who up till this day couldn't see me, who up till this day I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me, they could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. And I love what I see.
Life is tough. It's not supposed to be easy. And often you'll find yourself standing alone. The most common excuse I hear is, I don't have enough time. But let's break it down. There are 168 hours in a week. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours gone. You're left with 112 hours. If you work 60 hours a week, you still have 52 hours remaining to pursue what truly matters to you. So the excuse of not having enough time doesn't hold up. It's time to be honest with ourselves. It's time to face the raw truth. Look in the mirror and realize that the current version of yourself won't carry you to where you want to go. If you don't change, if you don't take action, you'll find yourself stuck, unfulfilled, and possibly even bankrupt in terms of your potential. Success is built on what you do when no one is watching. Discipline is the cornerstone of achievement. Motivation can be fleeting. No one wakes up every day bursting with energy and drive. The real key to success is discipline, doing what needs to be done. Even when you don't feel like it, it's not enough to be disciplined once a week or determined only on certain days. You need to make a commitment, a covenant with yourself to be the person you are meant to be. This means putting in the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears. It means sacrificing comfort, losing sleep, and sometimes going without to achieve your goals. Many give up too soon. If we could just persevere a little longer, work a bit harder, and take each day as it comes, our dreams would become reality. Too many people have doubted you, left you, and whispered that you'd be worse off without them. Prove them wrong. Show them that you have the resilience to rise above and succeed. Start your day by investing in yourself. This sets the tone for everything else. When you prioritize yourself, you affirm your worth and importance. This creates a ripple effect, giving you the energy and drive to uplift those around you. Remember, the physical part is easy. Just show up, be present, ask questions, and be willing to endure a bit of hardship. The real challenge lies in psychological preparation. The mind is the catalyst for change. The greatest athletes succeed or fail because of their mental strengths. Our minds and hearts have limited space, and we can't afford to let distractions and negativity take up valuable real estate. Focus on what truly matters. It's time to evaluate everything in your life and decide what's worth your time and attention. To achieve success, follow these 3 rules. 1, show up every day. 2, be fully present and all in. 3, stay curious and keep learning. Don't be afraid to admit you don't know everything. Embrace the journey of learning, and the world will open up to you. If you want to excel at something, you need to dedicate time consistently. Spend at least 130 quality hours honing your craft. That's an hour a day for 6 months. Look at the greats like LeBron James or Wayne Gretzky. They didn't become legends by chance. They practiced every single day. Consistency is the secret to success. We admire athletes, innovators, and celebrities celebrating their public achievements. But we often forget the struggles and sacrifices they made behind the scenes. The blood, sweat, tears, and sleepless nights that go unseen. Success is not about luck. It's about relentless hard work. Instead of criticizing, learn from their dedication and apply it to your own life. Focus your energy on creating something new, not on fighting the old. True change happens behind closed doors when no one is watching. Build in silence and let your success speak for itself. When life gets tough, what do? You stand up, you rise. The path you have chosen is challenging for a reason. Some seek the easy way, but the true reward lies in overcoming difficulty. We all face adversity. It's part of the journey. The key is to push through, to keep going, even when it seems impossible. Tough times create tough people. And tough people build strong characters. You must keep going. Be true to who you are. When it gets tough, dig deeper. Stand tall, even if you have to stand alone. Greatness requires hard work. It's not about giving up when things get hard. It's about pushing through and persevering. Success wasn't designed to be easy. It's about how hungry you are, how much you're willing to give of yourself. Time will pass whether you take action or not. Don't waste it lying around. Make a difference. Be a solution, not a problem. Be serious, dedicated, and willing to work hard. Taking a leap of faith isn't easy. It requires courage, hard work, and the willingness to sacrifice. Sometimes you'll want to give up, but you mustn't. Keep pushing, even when you're tired, even when you're discouraged. Success doesn't wait for excuses. It demands relentless effort. Everyone feels fear. It's natural, but don't let it paralyze you. Turn that fear into fire. Let it drive you forward. Keep trusting, believing, and moving. Embrace the challenges and keep fighting. Failure is part of the process. It's okay to fail. It's okay to stumble. What matters is that you don't let failure define you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't be ashamed. Trust in who you are. Work hard, believe in yourself, and never quit. Passion is your guiding force. Listen to it. Let it drive you. You can't expect great results without putting in great effort. If you give nothing, you get nothing. Get up, do the work, and let your passion fuel you. Your mind and heart have limited space. Don't fill it with distractions and negativity. Focus on what matters. Evaluate everything and everyone in your life. If they're not adding value, it's time to let them go. Greatness requires a covenant with yourself. Commit to being the best version of yourself. Show up every day, be present, and stay curious. Invest in yourself. Value your time and cut out distractions. Build your dreams in the dark and reveal them when they're ready. This is your path. This is your time to shine. Embrace the challenges. Own your time. Show up every day. Be disciplined. Work hard. Persevere. Prove the doubters wrong. Invest in yourself. Cut out distractions. Build in the dark. Commit to greatness. You have the power to achieve greatness. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle. You have the determination to keep going no matter how tough it gets. Believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and commit to the journey. Your greatness is waiting for you. Let's dive deeper into the concept of discipline. It's often misunderstood. Many think of discipline as a strict and unpleasant taskmaster. But in reality, discipline is freedom. It's the foundation that allows you to build the life you desire. Think about it. Without discipline, your goals remain dreams. They stay out of reach, taunting you from a distance. But with discipline, you can break down your goals into manageable tasks and systematically achieve them. Imagine you have a dream to write a book. Without discipline, you'll wait for inspiration, and you'll find a million distractions to keep you from sitting down and writing. But if you commit to writing for just 1 hour every day, you'll find that the pages start to add up. Before you know it, you have a manuscript. That's the power of discipline. It's not about grand gestures or Herculean efforts. It's about small, consistent actions taken every day. Discipline also requires you to face your fears. Fear is a natural human emotion. It's a survival mechanism designed to keep us safe. But in the modern world, our fears often hold us back more than they protect us. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us. But when you have discipline, you can confront these fears head on. You can acknowledge them, understand them, and then move forward despite them. That's courage, that's strength. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never feel fear. They're the ones who feel it and move forward anyway. They understand that fear is a part of the process, not a barrier to it. They use their discipline to push through, to keep going even when every fiber of their being wants to turn back. Another crucial aspect of discipline is the ability to delay gratification. In our instant gratification society, we're used to getting what we want when we want it, but real success doesn't work that way. It requires patience, perseverance, and the ability to see the bigger picture. When you have discipline, you can resist the lure of immediate rewards and stay focused on your long-term goals. You understand that the true reward lies at the end of the journey, not in the fleeting pleasures along the way. Discipline also means being honest with yourself. It's easy to make excuses, to blame external circumstances for our lack of progress. But true discipline requires you to take full responsibility for your actions. It requires you to look in the mirror and acknowledge where you're falling short. This honesty is not about self-criticism or self-punishment. It's about self-awareness and growth. It's about understanding where you need to improve and then taking the necessary steps to do so. One of the biggest challenges we face is staying disciplined when things get tough. It's easy to be disciplined when everything is going well, when you're motivated and everything is falling into place. But what happens when life throws you a curveball? What happens when you face setbacks, disappointments, and failures? This is where true discipline shines. It's in these moments that your commitment is tested. It's in these moments that you have to dig deep and find the strength to keep going. Remember, success is not a straight line. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. But if you stay disciplined, if you keep showing up every day, if you stay committed to your goals, you will eventually get there. It might take longer than you expected, and it might be harder than you anticipated, but you will get there. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. The journey to success is not one you have to take alone. It's important to have a support system, a network of people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who hold you accountable. These people are your allies, your cheerleaders, and sometimes your tough love coaches. They help you stay disciplined. They remind you of your goals. And they push you to keep going when you want to give up. But be careful. Not everyone in your life will support your journey. Some people will doubt you, criticize you, and try to pull you down. These people are toxic to your growth. It's important to recognize who these people are and distance yourself from them. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who lift you up and help you become the best version of yourself. Your journey to success is unique. It's filled with challenges, but also with incredible opportunities. It's a journey that requires discipline, courage, and relentless effort. But it's also a journey that promises immense rewards. So take that first step. Show up every day. Be disciplined. Work hard. Persevere. Invest in yourself. Cut out distractions. Build in the dark. Commit to greatness. This is your time. This is your journey. Embrace it with all your heart. Believe in yourself, because you have the power to achieve greatness. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle. You have the determination to keep going no matter how tough it gets. So stand tall, keep pushing, and let your greatness shine. This is your path. This is your time to shine.
Listen up. When you reach the top, all the rewards, everything from the bottom to the top, will be there waiting for you. So, don't get caught up in chasing cars and money. Those things will come. What I need you to focus on is why you were born in the first place. Why are you here on earth right now? What's your purpose? I don't need to remind you that you owe yourself something. I don't want anything from you, except for you to walk out of this room knowing what you want. What do you want in your marriage? What do you want for your children? What do you want for your health? What are your financial goals? How much money do you want to earn? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop drifting through life like it's an accident. What do you want? And once you know, spend every day of your life going after it. The reason I speak with such passion, with such authority, is because I'm talking about my own life, not something I've read. I've been through the struggle. You don't need to come from a wealthy background to succeed. Look at the rich kids who fall into bad company or even take their own lives. It's not about the hand you're dealt. It's how you play it. Every opportunity is a chance to prove yourself again. I'm still nervous every time, because the moment you get comfortable, the moment you stop pushing yourself, you start dying. The decisions I make now are up to me. Stop crying over what happened in your childhood. You're an adult now. Take full ownership of your life. The mistakes you make are on you. Your parents didn't make you play video games or be lazy. It's time to step up and take responsibility. You may be knocking on doors 100 times and feeling defeated because you've never given 100% before. To break through, you'll need to give 120%. You have to fight and keep fighting. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they can't outlast their old self to become their new self. Every day, we face demands. The reason you're not where you want to be isn't because you're not great. It's because you're prioritizing everyone else's demands over your own. Raise your hand if you're committed to making a change today. Say it with me. From this day forward, I make a commitment to myself like never before. I'm going to grind, fight, work, push, learn, and do everything in my power every single day. Winning spreads. Winners have a certain energy.
They don't make excuses. They find ways to win. How do we do it? We wake up and grind. Winners win because they focus on winning more than on structure. When you become a winner, you'll find yourself surrounded by winners. We want guarantees from others, but are unwilling to make guarantees to ourselves. You get upset if a product doesn't deliver on its 30-day guarantee, but you've never demanded the same from yourself. Look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable. Stop letting yourself down. It's time to be brave and take responsibility for your life. Your DNA is in your dreams. So why waste that power on superficial things like money and cars? If you believe you're here for a greater purpose, why aren't you pursuing it? Dreaming is crucial. No matter your level, keep dreaming. Those who dream big lead different, more fulfilling lives. Don't sabotage yourself with fear. It's not real. Overcome it by dreaming about what you can become. Many of you spend your life doing what others want you to do, but you'll never excel that way. Be selfish about your dreams. Know who you are and what you want to achieve. This is the lesson millennials need. They've seen previous generations work hard for material things. But it's time to focus on more than just stuff. Be selfish in dreaming, because you can't help others if you're not whole yourself. Demand more from yourself and make a commitment to your dreams. Remember, we demand guarantees from others, but not from ourselves. Hold yourself accountable. Your success depends on your commitment to your values and dreams. Dream big, work hard, and refuse to let yourself down. Your DNA is in your dream. Embrace it and live up to it. Now let me take you deeper into what this all means. It's not just about identifying your dreams. It's about understanding why those dreams matter to you. Why do you want to achieve those things? What will they bring you? How will they change your life and the lives of those around you? You need to dig deep into your soul and ask yourself these questions. The answers will fuel your journey. They will keep you going when things get tough. And trust me, things will get tough. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when you're exhausted, frustrated, and questioning why you're even bothering. That's when you need to remember your why. That's when you need to dig in and push harder. Because those tough days are the days that will define you. They are the days that will test your resolve and your commitment to your dreams. Every successful person you admire has been through those days. They didn't give up. They didn't quit. They kept pushing forward, no matter how hard it got. And that's what you need to do. You need to keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting, because that's what it takes to achieve greatness. And don't be afraid to fail. Failure is a part of the process. It's how you learn and grow. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. So embrace it. Learn from it. Use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Remember, you are in control of your destiny. You have the power to shape your future. Don't let anyone or anything hold you back. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from achieving your dreams. Believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, because you can do it. You have what it takes. You just need to keep going, keep pushing, and never give up. So take a moment to think about your dreams. What do you want to achieve? What will it take to get there? And most importantly, why does it matter to you? Write it down. Keep it somewhere you can see it every day. Let it be a constant reminder of what you're working towards. And let it be the fuel that keeps you going, no matter how tough it gets. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are people who believe in you and want to see you succeed. Surround yourself with those people. Let their support and encouragement lift you up when you're feeling down. Let their belief in you reinforce your own belief in yourself. But also remember that ultimately, this is your journey. It's up to you to make it happen. No one else can do it for you. So take responsibility for your life and your dreams. Take control of your future and go after it with everything you got. You owe it to yourself to give it your all. You owe it to yourself to live a life that is true to who you are and what you want. So don't settle for anything less. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let anyone else's expectations or opinions dictate your life. This is your journey. This is your life. And you have the power to make it whatever you want it to be. So go out there and make it happen. Dream big, work hard, and never give up. Because you can do it. You have what it takes. And you deserve to live the life of your dreams. Once you've identified your dreams and your why, you need to develop a plan. This plan should be detailed and actionable. Break your big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Each step should bring you closer to your ultimate goal. Think of this plan as your roadmap. It will guide you and keep you on track. Without a plan, it's easy to get lost or sidetracked. But with a plan, you have a clear path to follow. You know what you need to do and when you need to do it. And that makes it much easier to stay focused and motivated. But remember, your plan is not set in stone. Life happens. Things change. And you need to be flexible and adaptable. Be ready to adjust your plan as needed. Be open to new opportunities and new ways of doing things. But always keep your ultimate goal in mind. Always keep your why at the forefront of your mind. And don't forget to celebrate your progress. Every step you take is a step in the right direction. Every small win brings you closer to your ultimate goal. So take the time to acknowledge and celebrate your progress. It will keep you motivated and remind you that you're moving forward. And finally, never stop learning and growing. The journey to achieving your dreams is a journey of personal growth and development. Keep pushing yourself to be better. Keep challenging yourself to learn new things and develop new skills. The more you grow, the more capable you become. And the more capable you become, the closer you get to achieving your dreams. Rise, warrior, rise. Your story isn't over yet, it's just beginning. In those moments when darkness sweeps across your life, when the trusted figures you counted on vanish like shadows at dawn, when your once vibrant dreams crumble into dust right before your eyes, and the world coldly whispers, "You can't," I implore you to dig deeper than ever before. Within you lies an indomitable power, a relentless force that refuses to be extinguished. When life descends into chaos, when negativity clutches at your spirit, consuming everything you hold dear, you must rise. Stand defiant against the shadows, the doubt, and carve out a new destiny for yourself. Fight. Not merely for survival, but for a rebirth of your aspirations, your dreams. This moment is not your demise. It is the birth of your new dawn. You possess the ultimate power to redefine your story. No individual, no obstacle, no series of failures can strip that power from you. Remember, true champions aren't crafted in the calm. They are forged in the fiery pits of adversity, through defeat, through the trials that would break a lesser spirit. You must stand firm, face the storm head on, and not merely endure, but prevail. Keep moving forward. If agony grips you, march on. If tears stain your cheeks, march on. If the future seems a murky abyss, march on. The key is to maintain your momentum. Don't succumb to self-pity or despair. The adversity you face today will be the foundation of your strength tomorrow. These trials, as harsh as they seem, are crafting you into an unstoppable warrior. No matter how profound the darkness, you must fight on. Stand with unwavering courage, with a boldness that defies every odd, every detractor. Your heart must be steadfast, your will unyielding. Confront the impossible. Stride toward your dreams with an iron will and an unbreakable resolve. This ceaseless pursuit, this relentless drive, is what distinguishes the victorious from the defeated. The battlefield of life does not favor the timid. It honors the brave, the ones who dare to march forward despite the howling winds of adversity. When the world screams that it's over, when all exits seem sealed, that's your cue to fight harder than ever before. Prove to yourself and to everyone watching that you have the grit and the heart to turn the tide. Demonstrate that no darkness, no despair can smother your inner light. The intensity of life's battles doesn't define you. Your response does. Life will inevitably strike, hard and without mercy. But the true measure is how powerfully you can strike back, how resolutely you can claw your way back into the light, fighting for every inch of your dreams. If these dreams truly matter to you, you don't crumble under the weight of setbacks. Instead, you obliterate all barriers until your visions are realized. Your resolve is unwavering, your spirit unbreakable. In moments of doubt, affirm to yourself, I am responsible. You cannot alter your past, so channel your energy towards sculpting a future so compelling that the past dims in comparison. Focus so intensely on building your future, on achieving your goals, the past becomes nothing more than a distant echo. Define your path with precision. Know exactly what you need to do every single day, Monday through Sunday, to improve your circumstances. Transform each tragedy into a triumph. Winners don't just dream, they execute. They transform visions into actions, driven not by fear or doubt, but by an unstoppable determination. Life is akin to a one-way street. Once you embark upon it, there's no turning back. When faced with fear, you have two choices: retreat and perish, or face it head on and emerge stronger than ever. If you choose to fight through the fear, the strength you'll gain on the other side will surpass anything you've ever imagined. I'm here not just to survive, but to win, to conquer whatever challenges arise. Know your worth, then go out and claim it with every ounce of strength you have. Take the hits and keep moving forward. Never blame others for where you are. That's the way of cowards. And that is not you. You're built for resilience, for perseverance. No matter how long it takes, be it finishing school, passing an exam, or overcoming any personal battle, you keep pushing. You keep striving because giving up is not an option. Persistence is the key. It outlasts every storm, every dark night. Do not overthink. Take action. Decide that the only way you can lose is if you quit. Remember, every success I've achieved has been built on a foundation of failures. Each setback has been a stepping stone, pushing me higher. And for those of you pondering surrender amid a season of failure, remember this: it is always too soon to quit. God has a bright future planned for you, one that shines brilliantly beyond the fog of current troubles. I'm fired up, not because the path is easy, but because I've chosen to rise each time I fall. I'm in the business of getting up, of pushing beyond my limits. To truly embody the spirit of a beast, you must endure the worst of storms and still be grateful for the strength to stand. To lose everything and still be thankful for the chance to rebuild and even exceed past successes. To hit rock bottom and see it not as an end, but as a solid foundation for a formidable comeback. Discover your why. It's the alarm that doesn't just wake you up, it propels you out of bed, ready to tackle the world. It's the fuel for your actions, the reason you no longer accept excuses. And remember, none of your aspirations will come to fruition if you give up. Every significant achievement starts the moment you decide to get back up. Embrace your inner beast. It's your resilience, your undying spirit, that will define your legacy as a champion. This journey of relentless pursuit, of battling through darkness and emerging into light, is the essence of true victory. It's not merely about reaching a destination, it's about who you become along the way. Every challenge, every obstacle, every setback is an opportunity to prove your mettle, to demonstrate that you are not defined by your circumstances, but by your decisions, your resolve, and your unwavering determination to succeed. So, when life knocks you down, when dreams seem out of reach, remember this: it's not the fall that defines you, but your willingness to rise. It's not the darkness that shapes you, but your quest for the light. With every challenge, you have the chance to rewrite your story, to build a legacy of strength, resilience, and indomitable will. Rise, warrior, rise. Your story isn't over yet, it's just beginning.
Hey there, have you ever wondered why some people seem to command respect effortlessly while others struggle to gain the admiration and esteem of those around them? Well, today I'm here to shed light on 4 awful habits that might be sabotaging your efforts to earn the respect you deserve. These habits can sneakily creep into your life without you even realizing it, slowly eroding the foundation of respect that you've worked so hard to build. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and tools necessary to identify and eliminate these respect-killing habits from your life once and for all. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty details, let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt disrespected or undervalued by others? Maybe it was at work, where your colleagues seemed to dismiss your ideas without giving them a fair chance. Or perhaps it was in your personal life, where your friends or family members consistently talked over you or ignored your opinions. If you've experienced these scenarios, you know firsthand how frustrating and demoralizing it can be to feel like you're not being given the respect you deserve. But here's the thing: respect isn't something that's handed out freely. It's earned through your actions, your words, and the way you carry yourself. And unfortunately, there are certain habits that can quickly derail your efforts to gain respect, no matter how hard you try. These habits are like silent assassins, slowly chipping away at your credibility and making it harder for others to see you as someone worthy of their admiration and esteem. So what are these 4 awful habits that make people disrespect you? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into each one of them. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll have a newfound appreciation for the power of your own actions and the impact they can have on the way others perceive you. The first habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of integrity. Integrity is the foundation upon which respect is built. It's the quality of being honest, trustworthy, and consistent in your actions and words. When you lack integrity, people start to question your motives and your reliability. They begin to wonder if they can trust you to follow through on your commitments, or if you'll say one thing and do another. Think about it this way: if you consistently make promises that you don't keep, or if you're caught in lies or half-truths, how can anyone trust you? How can they respect you when they don't know if they can believe a word that comes out of your mouth? Integrity is like the glue that holds your relationships together. Without it, everything falls apart. So, if you want to earn the respect of those around you, you need to make integrity a non-negotiable part of your character. You need to be honest even when it's difficult. You need to follow through on your commitments even when it's inconvenient. And you need to be consistent in your actions even when no one is watching. But here's the thing: integrity isn't something you can fake. It's not a mask you can put on when it's convenient and take off when it's not. It's a way of life, a commitment to being the best version of yourself, even when it's hard. And when you live with integrity, people notice they see you as someone they can trust, someone they can count on, and someone they can respect. The second habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of self-respect. Now, I know what you might be thinking: wait a minute, I thought this was about how to earn the respect of others, not about respecting myself. But here's the thing: the way you treat yourself is a reflection of how you expect others to treat you. Think about it this way: if you constantly put yourself down, if you engage in negative self-talk or allow others to walk all over you, what message are you sending to the world? You're telling people that you don't value yourself, that you don't believe you're worthy of respect. And if you don't respect yourself, how can you expect anyone else to respect you? Self-respect is about setting boundaries, standing up for yourself, and treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would extend to a dear friend. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than you deserve. When you have self-respect, you carry yourself differently. You walk with your head held high, confident in who you are and what you bring to the table. You speak up when something doesn't feel right, and you're not afraid to say no when something doesn't align with your values or goals. And here's the beautiful thing: when you respect yourself, others can't help but respect you too. They see the way you treat yourself, and they instinctively know that you're not someone to be trifled with. They understand that you have standards and expectations for how you want to be treated, and they rise to meet those expectations. So if you want to earn the respect of others, start by respecting yourself. Treat yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and dignity that you would extend to someone you deeply admire. Set boundaries, stand up for yourself, and refuse to settle for anything less than you deserve. When you do, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you live your life. The third habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to understand their perspective and feelings, even if they differ from your own. When you lack empathy, you come across as cold, disconnected, and uncaring. You give the impression that you're only interested in your own needs and desires, and that you don't care about the impact your actions have on others. Think about a time when you've interacted with someone who lacked empathy. Maybe it was a boss who consistently dismissed your concerns, or a friend who always managed to make the conversation about themselves. How did that make you feel? Chances are you felt unheard, unvalued, and disrespected. Now, imagine being on the other side of that interaction. Imagine being the person who lacks empathy, who consistently puts their own needs above others, who fails to consider how their words and actions might be impacting those around them. How do you think that comes across to others? Do you think it inspires respect and admiration, or does it breed resentment and disdain? Empathy is the key to building strong, respectful relationships. When you take the time to understand others, to listen to their perspectives and concerns, you show them that you value them as human beings. You demonstrate that you're not just interested in what they can do for you, but that you genuinely care about their well-being and happiness. And here's the thing: empathy isn't just about being nice or agreeable. It's about having the courage to have difficult conversations, to stand up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. It's about being willing to put yourself in someone else's shoes, even when their experiences and perspectives are vastly different from your own. When you cultivate empathy, you become a better leader, a better friend, and a better human being. You inspire others to be their best selves, and you create a culture of respect and understanding that permeates every aspect of your life. So, if you want to earn the respect of those around you, start by practicing empathy. Take the time to listen, to understand, and to consider the perspectives of others. Show them that you value them as human beings and that you're willing to put in the work to build strong, respectful relationships. When you do, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you interact with the world. The fourth and final habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to understand your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and how they impact those around you. When you lack self-awareness, you're like a bull in a china shop, crashing through life without any regard for the damage you might be causing. Think about it this way. Have you ever been in a meeting where someone consistently interrupted others or talked over them? Or have you ever had a friend who always managed to make everything about themselves, no matter what the conversation was about? Chances are those people lack self-awareness. They were so caught up in their own thoughts and desires that they failed to consider how their actions were impacting those around them. Now, imagine being that person. Imagine going through life without any awareness of how your words and actions are being perceived by others. Imagine consistently offending or alienating people without even realizing it. How do you think that would impact your relationships and your ability to earn respect? Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth and development. It's the key to understanding your own strengths and weaknesses and to making the changes necessary to become the best version of yourself. When you're self-aware, you're able to see yourself objectively, to understand how your actions and behaviors are impacting those around you, and to make adjustments as needed. And here's the thing, self-awareness isn't something that comes naturally to most people. It's a skill that needs to be developed and cultivated over time. It requires a willingness to be honest with yourself, to seek out feedback from others, and to make changes when necessary. But when you do the work to become more self-aware, the payoff is immense. You become a better communicator, a better leader, and a better friend. You're able to build stronger, more respectful relationships and to create a life that aligns with your deepest values and goals. So, if you want to earn the respect of those around you, start by cultivating self-awareness. Take the time to understand your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and how they impact those around you. Seek out feedback from others and be willing to make changes when necessary. When you do, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you show up in the world. Now, I know that cultivating these habits of integrity, self-respect, empathy, and self-awareness can be a daunting task. It requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to take an honest look at yourself, and to make changes when necessary. But here's the thing, the rewards are so worth it. When you live with integrity, when you respect yourself and others, when you cultivate empathy and self-awareness, you become a beacon of light in a world that can often feel dark and chaotic. You inspire others to be their best selves, and you create a ripple effect of positivity and respect that touches everyone around you. And here's the beautiful thing, respect isn't something that's finite or scarce. It's not something that you have to hoard or guard jealously. In fact, the more respect you give to others, the more respect you'll receive in return. It's a virtuous cycle that feeds on itself, creating a culture of kindness, compassion, and understanding. So my challenge to you today is this: take a hard look at yourself and your habits. Ask yourself if you're living with integrity, if you're respecting yourself and others, if you're cultivating empathy and self-awareness. And if you find that you're falling short in any of these areas, don't beat yourself up. Remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Instead, commit to making small changes every day. Start by being honest with yourself and others, even when it's hard. Practice treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would extend to a dear friend. Take the time to listen to others to understand their perspectives and concerns. And seek out feedback from trusted friends and mentors so that you can continue to grow and develop as a person. When you do these things, when you make these habits a non-negotiable part of your life, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you show up in the world. You'll inspire others to be their best selves, and you'll create a culture of kindness, compassion, and understanding that touches everyone around you. So my friends, let's make a commitment today to live with integrity, to respect ourselves and others, to cultivate empathy and self-awareness, and to create a world where respect is the norm, not the exception. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, and let's do it together. Thank you for listening, and remember, the power to earn respect lies within you. Use it wisely and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but wait, I've been trying to earn respect for years and it hasn't worked. What makes you so sure that these habits will make a difference? And to that I say, fair point. Earning respect isn't always easy, and it's not something that happens overnight. But here's the thing, when you consistently practice these habits of integrity, self-respect, empathy, and self-awareness, you start to see a shift in the way people treat you. It might start small, with a colleague who starts to listen more attentively when you speak, or a friend who goes out of their way to show you kindness and support. But over time, these small changes start to add up. You start to notice that people are more willing to collaborate with you, to seek out your opinions and insights, and to treat you with the respect and dignity that you deserve. And here's the really cool part: when you start to earn respect from others, it has a ripple effect on every aspect of your life. You start to feel more confident and self-assured, more willing to take risks and pursue your dreams. You start to attract people who share your values and your commitment to personal growth, and you start to build a community of like-minded individuals who support and encourage you every step of the way. But of course, earning respect isn't just about what you get from others. It's also about what you give to the world. When you live with integrity, when you treat yourself and others with respect, when you cultivate empathy and self-awareness, you become a force for good in the world. You start to make a positive impact on the lives of those around you, and you start to create a legacy that will endure long after you're gone. Think about some of the most respected people in history, people like Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Mother Teresa. These individuals weren't perfect, but they lived their lives with a deep commitment to integrity, compassion, and service to others. They inspired millions of people around the world to be their best selves, and they left a lasting impact on the world that continues to be felt to this day. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a world-renowned leader or a saint to earn respect. But I am saying that when you live your life with purpose and intention, when you make these habits of respect a non-negotiable part of who you are, you start to create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. So how do you start to cultivate these habits in your own life? Well, the first step is to get clear on your values and your priorities. What's most important to you? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? Once you have a sense of your values and priorities, the next step is to start aligning your actions with them. This means being honest with yourself and others, even when it's uncomfortable. It means treating yourself with kindness and compassion, even when you're feeling down or discouraged. It means taking the time to listen to others, to understand their perspectives and concerns, even when you disagree with them. And it means being willing to seek out feedback and make changes when necessary, even when it's hard. Of course, cultivating these habits of respect isn't always easy. There will be times when you fall short, when you make mistakes or let someone down. But the key is to remember that personal growth is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, not perfection. So when you do stumble or fall short, don't beat yourself up. Instead, take a moment to reflect on what happened, to learn from your mistakes, and to recommit to your values and priorities. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are countless others out there who are working to cultivate these same habits of respect, who are striving to be their best selves and make a positive impact on the world. One of the best ways to stay motivated and accountable on this journey is to surround yourself with people who share your values and your commitment to personal growth. This might mean joining a community of like-minded individuals, whether it's a professional network, a volunteer organization, or a personal development group. It might mean seeking out mentors or coaches who can offer guidance and support along the way. Or it might simply mean being intentional about the people you spend your time with and choosing to surround yourself with those who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self. Another key to cultivating these habits of respect is to practice gratitude and appreciation. When you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the good things in your life, whether it's a supportive friend, a meaningful career, or a beautiful sunset, you start to shift your focus away from what's lacking and towards what's abundant. You start to cultivate a sense of contentment and joy that radiates outward, touching everyone around you. And when you make gratitude and appreciation a regular practice, you start to notice a shift in the way you show up in the world. You become more patient, more compassionate, more willing to give others the benefit of the doubt. You start to see the best in people, even when they're struggling or making mistakes. And you start to create a culture of respect and appreciation that lifts everyone up. Of course, cultivating these habits of respect isn't just about what happens in your personal life. It's also about how you show up in your professional life, in your community, and in the world at large. It's about using your platform and your influence to create positive change, to advocate for justice and equality, and to be a voice for those who may not have one. This might mean speaking up when you see something that isn't right, even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. It might mean using your skills and resources to make a difference in your community, whether it's volunteering at a local nonprofit or mentoring a young person who needs guidance and support. Or it might mean using your voice and your influence to advocate for causes that matter to you, whether it's environmental sustainability, social justice, or any other issue that you feel called to address. When you make these habits of respect a core part of who you are, when you use your platform and your influence to create positive change in the world, you start to create a legacy that will endure long after you're gone. You start to inspire others to be their best selves, to stand up for what's right, and to create a world that's more just, more compassionate, and more respectful for all. So my friends, let's make a commitment today to cultivate these habits of respect in our own lives and to use our influence and our platform to create positive change in the world. Let's be the leaders and the change makers that our world so desperately needs, and let's do it with integrity, compassion, and a deep respect for ourselves and others. And remember, this journey of personal growth and respect isn't always easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way. But when you stay committed to your values and your priorities, when you surround yourself with people who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self, and when you make gratitude and appreciation a regular practice, you start to create a life that's rich with meaning, purpose, and respect. So let's get out there and start living our lives with intention and purpose. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, and let's do it together. Because when we all commit to cultivating these habits of respect, when we all use our influence and our platform to create positive change, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Thank you for listening, and remember, the power to earn respect and create a better world lies within each and every one of us. Let's use it wisely, and let's start today.